Welcome once again to Journey to the Summit with Marlee-I Mystic. Moving on strong, steadily forward up the Mount Mystic, reaching the love supreme. Welcome this Tuesday. Feeling good in my spirit after my yoga and meditation. It's amazing how after you physically exert yourself to where your body is no longer in control and the spirit is able to come through and really be in tune with God. I appreciate that communion I have each morning with God where I call on His name, listen for Him, physically exert myself through yoga, and then listen again at that point. And I'm able to hear much more clearly when I release myself from the physical bonds and just mentally and spiritually await and listen for the Lord's voice. This Tuesday, I always appreciate Tuesdays because we get 4 hours of John Coltrane's music across the radio airwaves. That's right, 4 hours of music on KPOO, which is 89.5 FM if you're in the Bay Area. If you're on the World Wide Web, you can catch them at kpoo.com and click Hear Us. And that's at 12 noon Pacific Standard Time. From 12 to 4 p.m., you will hear 4 hours of John Coltrane's music, which is sure to uplift you and brighten your day. And then on top of that, you can also listen and hear the words and wisdom of St. John Coltrane as they are recorded in the John Coltrane Speaks offered by the Coltrane Church. And that's always lovely to hear quotes and hear them in with the music. It gives you a more complete and full view of the man, which was John Coltrane. So all you all who are able to tune in to KPOO and kpoo.com and listen to the Uplift broadcast. Also, this Tuesday, I'm excited because it's another week. Mondays are kind of rough, but Tuesdays you get into the swing of things, and I'm feeling good about it, feeling encouraged in all aspects of my life, feeling as if I am doing the right thing and taking the right steps, and that I'm not necessarily making the plan for myself, but I am following it, and it is in line with what I want to do. So that is also a blessing. You know, I want to put the energy out there and call all those who are called to serve, those who have that within them to say, man, I really want to do something to better the life of people on this planet, you know, and to go with that, feeling and see that it will lead you in the right direction, and it will lead you to abundance, and it will expand your territory, and you will have plenty and be provided for if you follow that. A lot of times we don't follow our dreams or follow our heart or follow our wills because of our situations. We don't want to lose what we have, and we're too busy trying to make sure that we're, taken care of and what we need to do. But following the Spirit is very important because although it may be like jumping off a cliff and embarking on something that you have no idea which way to go, when you do take that leap of faith, you are rewarded for it. And I'm seeing that in my life. And I'm still seeing the struggle that I have to give over to that and follow the Spirit. Last week I told you all that my doctor said I need to go ahead onto a healing circle. And it was the desire of my heart to be healed at a healing circle. And, it's brought into my atmosphere that there's a healing circle taking place this Saturday. But do you know how many things I had planned for Saturday? What to do. And I've been struggling with this for maybe about 4 days to say, okay, well, I know I need to go to the healing circle and I want to go to the healing circle, but how many aspects of my life do I have to juggle around to make it happen? Is it worth me juggling this around and changing people's schedules and finding a babysitter and all these things that I had planned to do? Should I really abandon those plans and come up with a new plan in order for me to go to this healing circle that, I never been to, don't really know too much about, but, it's a pull and it's a call. And, I found myself getting a little complacent about it, like, well, we'll just see what happens as the day comes and not making plans for it to happen, knowing that if I don't plan for it and make things happen, my life is too complex to just up and do some things at this point. So Last night I spoke with my lovely husband, who I love and adore, and who is a wonderful support in everything that I do. Love you, boo. And he asked what's going on this weekend, and I said, "Oh well, we had this, that, another, and this, that, another. What do you want to do?" And he said, "Well, I'm willing to do what needs to be done. I know I signed up to do, ABC, but what do we need to do?" And I said, "Oh, I don't know. It's just so much work for me to go to the healing circle, and I want to go, but I don't want to go." And he said, "It sounds like you need to go. You need to follow that feeling. You need to follow that spirit and go." And maybe that's all I needed, was someone outside of self to reaffirm that, yes, listen to the spirit. Yes, you're praying and trying to be in tune with God so that He can guide you. And now you're fighting the feeling. Don't fight the feeling. Don't fight the feeling. Listen to that instinct. Listen to that small, quiet voice inside. Don't fight the feeling, because your that's like Oprah says, your best life is waiting for you, and it's already there. You already know it. You just have to follow the signs and the messages that are leading you there. I also got a message in terms of the work that I want to do, thinking, well, how big a task is this to open up this establishment that the Lord has put on my heart? What kind of funding do I need to do that? And what kind of networking, what kind of people do I need to know? And, God opened up a path for me to see, okay, the networking with the people, I definitely can do that. And I see those type of people who are of the same mind of service. And I said, whew, finding a place to establish this entity is going to be difficult. Lord, man, how much funding do I really need for this? And Lord said, $3 million. I said, $3 million? Come on now, Lord, $3 million. I ain't never seen a million, let alone three. Trusting God. And I'm sharing this story with my husband about, like, yeah, the Lord told me I need $3 million. And he said, well, that sounds about right. And my 4-year-old daughter said, Mommy, well, when God tells me that, I need $3 million, I just say, oh, God, $3 million? And, you just change your mind and you say, okay, God, $3 million. From the mouths of babes, literally, from the mouths of babes, you just change your mind. And that goes in various aspects of your life. When you're thinking negatively about something, when you change your mind about it, just make a choice to say, I am not going to feel that way. I'm going to look at this from this direction and be positive about it. I'm going to look at it as a challenge that can be met. So I took that from being shocked, like, oh, God, you want me to try to raise $3 million, to being, Lord, you've given me the information about what I need. Now give me the means and the ability to make it happen. Show me the way. Guide me, lead me, direct me to that, because it is your will. Ain't no way in the world I'd have thought about, oh, Lord, I need $3 million. But God delivered that to me, and He will deliver a way. So I'm just thankful for that faith and for the belief in being a believer, and for God reaffirming me through my husband, through my children, to just do as you're told, follow the steps, walk in the light. All of those things that I've been hearing, are really starting to come together and make sense. All these pieces to the puzzle are coming together and making a complete picture of what my life is supposed to be, what my journey is supposed to be, and how beautiful it will be at the summit of Mount Mystic. So I thank you all for tuning in and for continuing this journey with me. It is a blessing to know that you're watching, each and every one of you who do take the time and listen to my voice. I pray that you get something from this, from the testimony that I have, and that you too can continue your journey and find your path and listen to the messages and turn over your physical body to the Lord so that He can speak to your spirit. So follow me whenever you can on Twitter, Marlee-I Mystic. And please continue to look at my blog, mysticmarlei.wordpress.com. And those of you who are searching of faith and want to know more about the spirituality of John Coltrane, please get in contact with the Coltrane Church, www.coltranechurch.org. And you can also follow them on Twitter at Coltrane AOC. Peace and blessings to you. A love supreme.